I refused to attend my sister's wedding because she gave my seat to her dog.
That dog can play basketball. Show some respect.
R.I.P.
What did you say?
I said R.I.P.
Oh. I, 24 female, have always been close with my older sister, 29 female. She's getting married next month, and for the last year, she's been planning what she calls her dream wedding. A few weeks ago, she sent out the final seating chart. I noticed my name wasn't on it. At first, I thought it was a mistake, so I called her. She laughed and told me she had made a small adjustment. Apparently, her golden retriever, Max, is going to be sitting at the family table during the reception. Since there wasn't enough room, she removed my seat and moved me to the table in the back with some of her coworkers that I've never met.
That's actually the most wild thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, we have heard a lot of crazy stuff on the show. This is one of the most unhinged things I think anyone could possibly do.
Yeah. And to put her with, like, strangers?
Why don't you put your dog with your coworkers? Yeah, they would love that.
They
And
would.
they'd be like, oh, look at how cute this dog is.
I thought she was joking. She wasn't. By the way, this comes from Fizzbombs, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
And we're here to give some good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only tell you what we would do, but let us know what you would do down in the comments. As OP says, I told her it was pretty insulting to prioritize a dog over her own sister. She said Max is basically family, and that I was being dramatic because I'd still be at the wedding.
So the basically is a key word here. We're going to take apart that sentence, and if you take out and highlight basically, you'll find that the dog is not actually related to you. Because it's a dog.
What?
It's crazy.
Things got worse when she posted a photo of Max's custom tuxedo on social media with the caption, "Can't wait for my favorite family member to sit with us on the big day."
All right, okay.
Also-
if he's got on a tux, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm sorry.
It's a dog in a tux.
How long do we actually think that this big old golden retriever baby is actually going to sit in that chair?
That is very true.
Maybe 1 second.
A bunch of people tagged me and started asking if I had been replaced. I told my sister that if she genuinely thought her dog deserved my spot at the family table, then she clearly didn't care whether I was there or not. I said I wouldn't be attending.
Fair.
By the way, you can attend to listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app and just search up OK Storytime.
I mean, yeah, I think that is a totally reasonable reaction to someone replacing you with a dog.
Do your parents know about this? Like, I would be like, hey, by the way, I won't be sitting with you because the dog took my place.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the back now.
Yeah.
Table number 23.
Is everyone okay with this?
Are we just gonna
Let it slide?
Everyone's just cool with this? That the dog took my place? How about the dog sits on the floor like a dog and I'll
I
take
sit
the
on the
seat.
chair like a human.
And then they put the dog up. Does he also get my plate? Yeah. Is he taking my plate as well?
Guys, this is just like the movie Beethoven.
Never saw it, but I know.
He was walking all over that table.
So much mayhem.
Why'd they name the dog Beethoven?
Dude, I looked it up recently. It has nothing to do with the plot.
What, Beethoven?
His name is Beethoven and he like makes a mess.
Should have named him Barktoven.
Barktoven.
But they didn't.
Now my parents are furious. Okay, cool. They think I'm causing Wait, what? No, not cool. Now my parents are furious. They think I'm causing unnecessary drama and should just go to support her. She doesn't want me there.
She clearly doesn't want me there. She replaced me with a dog.
Yeah, what?
Your parents are wild too.
My sister says I'm trying to make her wedding about me.
You're trying to make your wedding about a dog.
Some friends think I'm justified. Others think skipping the wedding
Nobody?
is an overreaction. Am I the a-hole?
What the dog doing?
Not at all.
She replaced you. She put you in the back. And
She
everyone, do you have
replaced
other
you-
siblings?
Yeah,
like, is
they're
it just
all
you?
replaced with various dogs.
Different dogs. We have the golden retriever here,
There's
the
a
beagle
Chihuahua.
over there, Chihuahua right there.
There's
Like,
a Pomeranian.
German Shepherd. Put that in the back. That goes in the back with OP.
He's with they're with the coworkers.
They're with the border collies over there. Like, what are you doing, OP? I mean,
The
not
whole
OP.
The whole wedding
Has been
is
replaced
just
by dogs. Beethoven in the corner.
They walk down the aisle.
Dude, wait.
Pastor goes,
Mark. Side note, have you guys ever watched the America's Got Talent? The one with the dog that sings? That's my guidance counselor from
No
middle
way.
school.
the dog?
Yes.
Actually, it's her twin sister. I was like, oh, is that Miss
That's
Baker?
crazy. Wow.
Nope, that's her twin sister who taught her dog how to sing.
Now, I'll tell you what, that dog could take my seat at the wedding.
Now that's a dog who's earned his place.
There is an update here. To make it clear, I will not be attending the wedding. But the good news is my sister did apologize to me and she she realized she was in the wrong. She offered to give me my assigned seat back, but I've decided I won't go despite these changes. Now you're the a-hole.
Yeah, your sister just apologized. Like, yes, it's so stupid that she did that in the first place, but the fact that she was like, even with your parents on her side, she still realized, oh yeah, that's kind of crazy. I shouldn't have done that. Please come back. You'll have a place. And you're like, no.
Now, the more I'm thinking about it, though, I think just the principle of like even ever being considered to be removed from the family table for your dog, that's so stupid that I don't even think if you come back and you're like, yeah, I was wrong. It's like, no, you should have known you were wrong as soon as you had the idea to do that.
I do agree. I think if like my sibling genuinely apologized, I personally would probably still go. But I also understand being so mind boggled by that decision in the first place.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll go to your dog's wedding. How about that?
And you'll sit on the floor.
Yeah, and everyone sits on the floor and all the
I get
dogs
the chair.
sit on the chairs. That's an insane way to look at this. I just don't understand what is actually wrong with her.
I really don't know.
That's the end of that story, and we got another one coming right up. Hey guys, we're getting back to the stories here in just a second, but I have a huge problem. I just bought these 2 shrimp, and they look so bored in my cage. I don't know what to do. I have to entertain them.
Well, I've got a solution. You take your caged shrimp and you bring them to the OK Storytime live show.
What? There's a live show?
That's right. The OK Storytime live show is happening Saturday, September 26th, and it's our second ever live show.
Okay, Storytime
I'm
Live!
the ugliest person in the entire world.
Oh, so this is exclusive head.
How fun.
Early bird tickets are available for you and all of your shrimp for $10 until August 26th.
Oh, just go to okop.show to get your tickets now.
Do it. You and your shrimp.
My mother is suddenly getting married just months before my own wedding.
Oh, come on.
I, 18 female, am engaged to my fiancé, 18 male.
Okay, let's slow down.
Yeah, whoa.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on now.
Oppam Gangnam Style.
Let's pull close your ears. Let's pull Mamma Mia, and you don't get married.
You didn't give me time to close my ears. She literally said, close your ears.
Sophie realized she was too young. You could too, and then your mom could have your wedding. Meryl Streep can get married.
No, she can't. So for some context, both mother and father were not part of my family. At 4 months old, my great aunt gained custody of me, and her daughter raised me and was there for every milestone. I consider both as my mom. My biological father came into my life a few years ago. I'm supposed to fly across the country sometime soon to meet him in person. I do believe I have a better relationship with him than my biological mother. He told me from the get-go that he wants to try and be in my life, but won't force me either, and I liked having that option. Nice, showing potential.
Yes.
He tells everyone that I'm his daughter, which I don't mind.
Cool. Truth. It's true.
He's spitting facts.
She's my daughter.
And that's it.
That's his speech at the wedding.
She's my daughter.
All
Nope's like,
all the dogs clap.
Yeah. Nope's like, I don't mind.
I don't mind if my bio mother calls me her daughter either, but there's certain situations where it does get on my nerves. My cousin, who I call mom all the time and helped raise me, had took a video of me when I was 4, and I called her mom like I usually do. My bio mother had texted her telling her to refrain me from calling my cousin mom. My bio mother lives in a different state from where I am. It's about a 6-hour plane ride. She only came to see me once when I was 7, and she stole some money from my piggy bank. And we know she did because my aunt and I counted and wrote down how much I had since I was going to trade the coins for bills, and I brought it out to show my bio mother.
That's a low.
Dang.
That's a low you don't come back from.
Talk about getting nickeled and dimed.
Aw, that's so sad.
That's really sad. Wow.
Could you imagine, like, you finally get to, like, meet your mom?
Yeah, and she
when you're
steals your
7,
money.
She's like, look how much money I have. Yeah? Keep telling me. Yeah. And
that's
what
crazy.
else? What else are you gonna do?
She walks around. It sounds like Christmas time. Just jingle, 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 jingle.
She's like,
jingle.
I didn't take anything from you.
It's like in Robin Hood.
Yeah.
By the way, this comes from Velvet Ghost 08, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. As OP says, last year I had to stay home and take care of all of our animals while my great aunt had left since her sister was passing away, and I got a message from my bio mother asking why I didn't go with her. She wanted to see me. Oh, sorry, I was just supposed to know that.
Why didn't you come with me? I thought you were going to read my mind.
I told her that I couldn't. I was still in school and I had responsibilities here at home. She got mad and said, whatever, I have to go, and hung up. I got a call from my great aunt saying her sister passed away and I had to attend the funeral over call since I couldn't leave. She called me the next day and asked why I didn't fly down with the rest of my family to the funeral and to come stay with her and spend time with her. I then told her again, now, since the rest of my family left, I couldn't leave the 4 dogs and flock of chickens that we have, and I had to stay behind to take care of them, and I couldn't get out of school. She continues with, you already make up lame excuses, and I need to get better at it.
She's like, school and dogs.
Like your flock of chickens can't feed itself.
No one has a flock of chickens.
No one has flocks.
That's fake.
4 dogs.
You can't handle that.
School?
Not real.
You're an idiot. Do the alphabet right now.
Prove it right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's the number alphabet. Damn it.
You excuser.
What?
That one went off. Like, what? Then in February, my grandpappy passed away, and during the funeral, she blew up my phone.
Why'd she do that? Now you gotta get a new phone.
It had gotten to the point I had to step away from my grieving mama and call her back and tell her that I'm at a funeral and I'll talk later. I then didn't hear from her until 2 months later. Any accomplishments I had made and my family had posted about, she turns it onto herself by saying, that's my daughter, and it wouldn't have been possible without her. Okay, so she just wants to be there for the good things.
Yeah.
What really sent me over the edge was that she and my great aunt were talking about the child support situation. She told her, you know what, it's okay. She's almost 18, where I don't have to pay child support for her anymore. The child support money has always gone into getting me food, clothes, and making sure I have a roof over my head. It was always used for things I needed. But telling that to the woman who raised me and was there for me every moment in my life made me not want to do anything with my bio mother. By the way, she only pays $39 a month while my bio father sends over $250. There are so many other times I could write about. It'll make this longer than it is. My fiancé proposed in January, and I was so happy, and we only wanted a select few to know. Well, she somehow found out and found my fiancé's social media platform and texted both me and him congratulations. My fiancé had to ask me who she was.
It's like, who's sending us congratulations? And how does she know?
How did she get that number?
Who is this?
I texted her and said thank you and left it at that. I put my phone down to go to sleep since I had to get up early for testing and it was already pretty late. She then called me at 3:30 a.m. to talk and sent a paragraph text.
I'm not responding to that.
Yeah, no.
I'm asleep.
I didn't see until 8 a.m. when I woke up. She said, not to be rude, but as an adult, your family, blood family, can be so important.
Girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
She's on some kind of something right now. She's sauced up. She was slapping a bag of boxed wine last night.
I was trying to call you and you were not answering me. I love you and I hope you're doing great. I miss you and I want to have effing FaceTime with you.
Oh,
Love you, miss you, answer me!
I was supposed to respond at 3 a.m.?
Oh, I forgot. I set my alarm to answer you. Oh, wait, no, that was for school.
Wild.
I then told her I was asleep. I'm about to start testing. I'll call later. She then started to backtrack and say she sent it a while ago and that the message was for her adult sister.
Liar.
So you yelled at me about a text that wasn't supposed to be sent to me?
This is so weird.
Make up your mind.
Fellas, I'm placing a prop bet. I'm putting all my money on inebriated.
Yeah, if she's texting at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Which, that is weird to say to your 40-year-old sister, in my opinion. On top of that, the message was sent at 3:35 a.m. after she called. I called her that afternoon and she was talking about wedding stuff with me and was saying she's so happy to have a pin saying Mother of the Bride and can't wait. I've been planning my wedding since I was 9 years old. My great aunt is going to be the mother of the bride while my cousin is going to be my matron of honor and her husband is going to walk me down the aisle since they have been in my life and I had the stability. My bio mother can be very dramatic, and with how I wrote my speech talking about how I wouldn't have gotten where I am today and who I am without my great aunt or cousin. I know she'll throw a tantrum and get all pissy with her not being publicly known as my mother. I don't know how to tell her or if I should tell her.
I don't think you literally owe her anything.
Yeah, you don't owe her anything. I think you should tell her because you don't want to have her raw reaction in front of a crowd.
True. Good point.
Because if she's one to throw a tantrum and be drama, you don't want that at your wedding. So I would just try to prevent that as much as I can and get on that as soon as possible and just be like, hey, by the way, I wrote a speech, but it's for the people who actually freaking raised me.
Yeah, and then if she reacts poorly ahead of time, then you know, okay, well, you're no longer invited.
Yeah, you gotta be like, what I'm about to tell you is unchangeable. And if you can't handle it, I don't think you can be at the wedding. You're not my mom.
You're not my mom.
There's an update. So one thing I forgot to mention, she does everything I do. I pierced my nose, and 2 days later, she pierced her nose. I pierced my cartilage, and she did it right after. She might have just wanted those piercings, but it's a little weird she has done them not even a week after I've done mine.
You know what you should do is you should post a Photoshop of getting like one of those subdermal implants that's like a donut on your forehead and see if she goes after that.
Inject stuff into your eyes.
Oh yeah, to make it, yeah.
I saw a guy he was very nice. I went with my friend in college to get her ears pierced, and I saw this guy who's completely tatted head to foot, like black eyes, like tongue split.
People go into that.
Loveliest guy.
That is pretty crazy. Did you just say head to foot?
Yeah.
Not head to toe.
He had no toes.
He didn't have anything on his
didn't have
toes.
toes. That's why she left it out.
He was not tattooed.
Yeah, he was tattooed on his.
He was not tattooed.
Sorry, my mistake. My bad.
God.
My bad.
She saw one of my tattoos that I got for my great aunt. I kid you not, she went to a tattoo artist and got a tattoo with the same flowers and posted it. Now can't show off any of the new tattoos I have gotten just so she doesn't get the same one or something similar. My cousin and I got a matching mother and daughter tattoo that took us months to do. I can't post about it because she is the type of person that'll go get the same tattoo and say that we got matching ones. Oh God. Anyways, I got a call from my half brother yesterday because he wanted to get my advice on a gift for his girlfriend. In the background, I hear my biological mother tell her boyfriend that her daughter is getting married and I've already been married 2 times and I'm not in a stable marriage. She also said, I can't believe my daughter is going to be in a stable marriage before I can.
Why are we comparing?
Also, they're 18.
They're also 18. Is it really that stable? I wish you all the best. I hope it is stable.
Oh, wait. It gets so much better than that. My cousin came over yesterday evening to have dinner. She looks at me and says, oh yeah, by the way, your bio mom called and she is apparently getting married and wants you to be a part of the wedding.
She really copies everything. Where did she find that guy?
I asked her, when is it? Apparently it's a few months before mine. Like I said in my last post, she lives in a different state. The money we do have saved is for our wedding. I don't think I even have the money to buy a plane ticket, and it's almost a 14-hour drive and the gas. But on top of that, it's too close in date to our wedding. At this point, I have no clue what to do.
You don't have to go.
Yeah, you don't
don't
know
have
anything.
to go.
You don't even know the guy.
Like what
And
what
you
are
really
gonna
don't
do
even
there?
know her.
You don't know her. And everything that you do know about her is that she's crazy.
They're not good things that you know. So I would just be like, actually, I'm
Sorry, I
alright.
can't make it.
And she can call you and complain that you didn't come, blah, blah, blah.
And you could say, I'm sorry.
And I'd be like, oh no, oops.
Didn't work out.
She can call you at 3:35 in the morning to complain and then tell you in the morning that she actually went to call her sister.
And she replaced your seat with a dog.
Yeah.
Verdict. Not the a-hole. What kind of mom competes with their child?
A bad
Update
one.
2. I talked to my fiancé and we came up with a game plan. A small, important group of people we have in our lives are going to go to the courthouse later this year, and we are going to get our marriage certificate. By the way, later, you should listen to full episodes of stories just like this by going to Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app and just searching up OK Story Time.
I don't think that you need to invite your mom or go to this wedding that your mom's having. I think you have the people there that care about you and you don't need this lady.
Yeah, she just competes against you. Like, what mom does that to her own child?
I mean, athletes, okay?
Athletes.
All right, somebody trying to put the competitive spirit into their daughter. All right, she's been gone.
Yeah.
She's been gone for 18 years. Okay, and now she's coming back. She's like, I want to light a fire underneath my daughter.
You need to go to the Olympics and I'm going to help you get there.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. She seems like she'd light a fire under you, literally.
To keep herself warm.
And then light one under her because she likes, you did it first. She said, wait, that looks fun. My turn.
No.
So for one, I married before my biological mother. We just want to get married. We could really care less about having a big wedding. But he did give me the option of throwing a big wedding in 3 to 5 years with all of our family and friends. I agreed with it because I still want to experience a wedding. Yeah, that's true, because you said you've been planning your wedding since you were 9.
I'm going to be so for real. I feel like you don't need it. I just feel like you can wait.
What?
Unless you're part of the military, which you could be.
It's funny to be like, I've been planning this wedding since I was 9.
Yeah.
And like, normally I'd be like, oh, that's crazy.
Do whatever you want. If you feel like this is the time to do it, go do it. I just also would say, if you want a wedding in 3 to 5 years, you could also just wait.
Yeah, think about how cool it'd be if you spent 18 years planning your wedding.
I really feel like if you guys waited for the 3 to 5 years and then had that big wedding that you always wanted, it would probably be better.
I've also decided that she probably wouldn't be invited to either, just because I don't want her to bring me down. I don't know if I'm going to my biological mother's wedding, but that's a later problem. I don't know if I'll ever have a good relationship with her, but right now I'm just going to enjoy what I have with the people I love the most. And that's the right answer, OP.
And there we go, and I agree.
There's no need for drama, no need for that, especially if it's like your own mom who literally abandoned you and then came back and stole your money.
That was wild.
Stole your spare change.
Literally stole coins from like a 7-year-old.
Like stealing candy from a baby.
Except stealing money from your piggy bank.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the end of that story.
My boyfriend's family excluded me. Now they're inviting me back?
I'd like to introduce you to my book, Too Little Too Late.
I've never really had a family, and it breaks my heart. I had an exceptionally difficult childhood and have struggled into adulthood. Successful now with friends and a boyfriend, but still feel lonely without a family. My boyfriend, who I live with, invited me to Christmas this year at his parents' house, checked in with his parents, and then asked me if I would like to join them. I was so happy that this year I wouldn't have to dread Christmas. A couple days later, he told me his family had retracted the invite because his sister thinks it should only be family. He has since had talks with all of his family about how much it has hurt me and what they have done, how I will be all alone, and I'm so devastated about it, how I have never had family. They literally said, it's none of our concern. Oh my gosh.
How long have they been dating?
Keon Bot, how long have they been dating?
They have been dating, doesn't say.
We might get that answer soon. Hold on tight.
Hold on to your britches.
Yorkadori.
Huh?
I've always been nice to them. I'm not a bad person. I love their son, and I have a good job and an education. I don't know what else they want. By the way, we want you to know this comes from Xmas Advice Throwaway on our favorite subreddit, and you know what that's called. I am Riley Wilson.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
As OP says, I don't understand how they can be so cold as to say they don't care at all that I'll be alone. My boyfriend is going to tell them he is spending Christmas with me instead of them today, which I am so touched by. But at the same time, I know he's only doing it because he feels guilty. He says that on Christmas Day, he'll call his mother and that she and him will both be so upset that they're not spending Christmas together. But that was her decision. She could have told her daughter that it was too late, that they had already been invited, and that Christmas is a time to be caring about others. I know that my boyfriend is going to be the one who feels hard done by, though. He will just feel sorry for himself all day because he can't be with his family. He has always had a family, always had everything he's ever wanted. He doesn't understand how upsetting this is for me. So is it worth it? Should I just really let him do this, knowing he doesn't understand why this is important to me and that he just feels like a little boy taken away from his parents? Or should I resign to be alone and miserable?
Dang, when you put it like that.
Final note, I have of course realized that having no plans for Christmas could be the ideal time to help those less fortunate than me, but all of the charity opportunities in my city are already full of volunteers, although that is a wonderful thing, of course. Bro, just show up. The list was full, but I'm here to help.
Oh, like show up to, I thought you meant show up to like the family party.
If they got enough volunteers, show up as one of those less fortunate.
No one says you can't show up as less fortunate.
True. Oh, what are they gonna do, check my ID?
What are you gonna ask my annual income?
I left it at home. I meant not my home.
Oh.
I mean, truly, it is the holidays, and if it is their place and it's just for family, unfortunately, I kind of understand both sides of like, you want to go, but you don't want to be alone and miserable. But what would you have done if you weren't dating this guy?
Disagree.
I mean, this is the time to spend it together and, share, but I don't know. Some people just don't want to do that.
This is really, really upsetting. What are you doing Wednesday night, Keon?
I don't know.
If I did this, I'd get so
What
yelled
are you
at.
doing Wednesday night?
I don't know yet. Why?
You wanna get dinner?
Sure.
Oh, wait. My girlfriend just texted, you can't come with us anymore.
Okay.
You are not coming anymore.
I respect that.
See, if that happened to me, I'd be hurt.
I'd be hurt. I'd be like, what? Why? We're all friends.
Like, plans change. I respect that.
I would be upset,
I'll make
but
new
I'd be
plans.
like, well, whatever. It's not like I'm part of the relationship, so I guess go have a date.
I'm going to make new plans, Riley.
I know that if this was my family, they wouldn't do this stuff.
You know what? It's probably different for me because when it comes to the holidays, not the best time for me.
There's always different people at my holiday parties.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, nobody like makes him feel left out. Everyone who comes in there like, what did I just walk into? We're like, yeah.
Edit. I really like the suggestion a few of you gave about him spending part of the day with his family and part of the day with me. When I suggested it this morning, he was keen to spend at least half of the day there. After showing him this thread, he refused to tell them anything other than that he will be spending the whole day with me. That makes me feel really valuable to him and that he isn't just doing this to placate me. So thank you guys for your excellent points, which I think have been better than any I have been able to make in explaining what this means. I would still like to feel more comfortable if he spent part of the day with them, and he appreciates that and says he will consider it at a later date. But for now, he wants to make the point that he's hurt by what they did, and I'm a part of his family too. Still, I couldn't ask for more in this situation. He is just headed over to their house. I hope it goes okay, and I hope that in a couple of days it can all be sorted out and we can make the best of a bad situation. Savannah, do you think the family can make the best out of this bad situation?
The family?
Yeah, you think, oh, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we were being just silly.
I doubt they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're wrong. But the thing is, everyone has their own family dynamic. So like trying to force yourself into it, I don't think she's trying to force herself into it though. I think she's like, I understand. Like she wants him to go. She's like, no, you should. It's your family. You do what you need to do because it's the holiday. You should spend it with your family. And she's like, I just don't have that. And I don't want to take that away from you. If you do have it, of course, I would love to spend it with your family.
Yeah, I don't want you to be like me.
Yeah, and so I don't think that she's trying to like persuade him either way. Like she really is giving him his decision, and he's man enough to make it. So it
You would
really shouldn't be
think.
a problem.
If I were OP's boyfriend, I'd fight for that. She'd be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, she's coming.
Why is she not coming? This is dumb. She's coming.
Yeah, I'd be like, you just want me to leave her at home alone? And they'll be like, well, it's just family. And I'd be like,
Exactly.
She's my family.
I'm coming, we're coming.
Well, not like that.
yes, like that.
Duchess says, reminds me of another story where the OP's GF tried to force herself into a family event because she grew up an orphan and only dated OP because she thought she was getting an Insta family.
Oh, yeah. See, no, that's like trauma bond.
I don't know. When you do the what Riley did earlier is, again, you invited me and said it was okay, and then said I couldn't come because that's the excuse. Is it's just a family affair.
Yep.
Annoying. It's very stupid and like, okay, I was all excited.
I don't think they're trying to be mean in the sense that like they don't like her and they're trying to come up with an excuse, just be like, actually, it's just family.
I think it's a lame excuse that you can't add like, oh, we're at full capacity.
Yeah.
We don't have an extra chair for you.
It's there. If they don't want her there because of some weird reason and this is just their excuse, that's a different thing we're dealing with.
Hello again. I had quite a few people request an update on my original post, so here it is. First, it made me realize I was not crazy. Secondly, it gave my boyfriend the understanding that not everything his parents say is indisputable gospel. And most importantly, it inspired me to be as nice as possible about the situation, even though that it was quite difficult. So after this post, our plan was that he will explain to his family that it was wrong to treat me that way, and that even if I am not a part of their family, I am still a part of his, and he still wanted to spend the day with me. So he would not be there for Christmas at all that day.
That makes sense.
They're not treating him really with respect either by saying, no, your significant other can't come. If it was like maybe a first time meeting type thing, then yeah, I'd be like, actually, no, this is just going to be family. But they've been together. I'm sure they know her.
Guys, this is your second date. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, like I understand that because it's like the stranger, whatever. But
It's not that.
it's not that. They know you. So I don't understand the big deal, but whatever.
Here it is. Taylorco. Ever since I've been 20-ish, Xmas has been pretty lonely because my ex's family stopped getting together regularly and my family stopped making plans more than briefly stopping in to see each other. Sometimes, if I'm lucky. Taylorco, I am so sorry. Drop down where you're from. I think my family's looking to adopt.
Aw.
That's like my Christmas.
Like what?
That's like my Christmas.
Looking to adopt. Honestly, perhaps naively, we expected at this point they would see reason and he would be able to offer to spend part of the day with them and part of it with me. Unfortunately, this did not happen and they simply responded with lies and guilt trips. And so to make the point, he did not spend any of the day there.
What a couple of Grinches, you know?
And Scrooges
Yeah.
and Jack Frosts,
Jack Frost.
cold-hearted people.
Yeah.
Krampuses.
It sucks that to, they can't just be happy for him. They have to find some sort of thing to be angry or have an unjustified explanation.
Initially, I was furious at them because his parents' response was that, in spite of the fact that they had invited me, they strongly believed that Christmas was for family only, and that's how they were raised.
I'm showing them every Christmas movie ever.
Yeah, literally.
What's the confounds of a Christmas movie, Keon?
Like everyone comes in no matter what, and everyone's like celebrated.
Depends on your views on Christmas.
Die Hard. Why
Yes.
is that a Christmas movie?
Because they have Christmas music, it's during the holidays, they say Merry Christmas, and everyone's happy at the end of it.
I thought there was like a few more other things.
Other than the people who got unalived. But they were mean people.
So it's fine.
What? How do you even raise a child that way? Remember, little Timmy, always look both ways when crossing the road. Don't accept candy from strangers, and always exclude those who aren't blood related from Christmas dinner. When he pointed out to them that that was a blatant lie, as when he first suggested inviting me, they immediately accepted and then even said we could host it at our house and they would come to us. His mother simply said, I don't know why I said that. It makes me so angry that they would lie like this. What they were saying was the case, then they would never have invited me and never had to retract the invite. But I thought about what you guys said and decided to calm down and just thank my boyfriend for standing up to me instead of telling him how upset I was at them. On Christmas Eve, he went to see them, and they put a lot of effort into guilt tripping him, saying things like, it won't be the same without you, and you're really upsetting your mother.
Guess whose fault that is?
Your mom's.
Your mom is college.
What's up with this guilt trip?
It's the holidays.
Happy guilt tripping.
Happy guilt tripping days.
This too I find ridiculous, as they are the ones who caused the upset and could have not let this situation happen at all. The worst part of this was it completely worked on my boyfriend. He told me about midnight on Christmas Eve that he was thinking about going over there for the part of the day because he didn't want to upset his family. We had a discussion about how he is a man now and should not take everything his parents say as a fact and analyze the situation logically. Mom, do you remember that day you realized what your parents say wasn't a fact? It took till college for me to figure that out. My mom, she sent me with a ton of vitamins.
What kind of vitamins?
She was in her vitamin bag, dude. She was like B12, D3, like all this stuff. She sent me with like a lot of expensive vitamins. And then she was like, hey, you taking them? And I was like, every time I felt bad, like, I was like, yeah, I'm taking them. And I would get some on the call with her and like drink them. But then I realized I didn't have to keep asking her for them. I was like, I just won't keep up with this, Mom. I'm sorry. You shouldn't spend lots of money on vitamins for me.
Your mom said.
My mom will do that.
Well, yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
My mom will like buy me stuff and then be like, oh, you should do this. You should do this. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And she's like, okay, well,
You hate me.
like, sure. And then she'll like, she'll get mad and she'll be like, okay, whatever. I guess you don't appreciate it. I'm like, no, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to do.
I'm a college kid.
It's like when she got me a snorkeling set for Christmas. And I was like, yeah, she's like, yeah, you can snorkel out there. I said, no, I can't, actually. The water's disgusting.
In West Virginia?
No, here in California. She wants me to go snorkeling. And I said, first of all, the water's disgusting and it's also freezing. And what?
You're like, where? At the pool?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know where to go. Like, what?
There's no fish out here.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, thanks.
I had pointed out that his family had brought this on themselves and could have easily still had him at Christmas either by not retracting my invite, reinstating it, if they really valued having him there that much. The fact is that my boyfriend behaves like a child when it comes to his parents is very worrying to me, but he still behaved like an adult and stood true to his word, spending Christmas with me. Well, you know, that's why you have a boyfriend. It's like a test trial. See how he does with the parents. Can't stand up to him. All right, that's now ex-boyfriend.
Well, I don't know.
I think it depends on the case, but yes.
If he cannot have a spine against his parents, that should not be someone you should stay with.
Against his parents. I thought you meant against her.
RP?
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I was saying against his parents.
That makes more sense.
In this scenario, yeah.
So the happy ending is that we did indeed spend Christmas together.
What movies did you watch?
With plenty of good wishes from our friends who knew what was going on. His best friend's family hosted us for Christmas Eve dinner, which was very sweet. Dude, why couldn't you guys just do that?
Friends always come through.
They really do.
It's true. When like your family's bothering you, friends will always come through. They're like, come on over.
That's what my friend's family does. They say, come to ours for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, same.
It's very sweet.
My family invites anyone. They're like, oh, you don't have plans? Come on over.
That's how Christmas should be.
That's just anything, though.
That's the spirit of Christmas.
Yes.
and not buying gifts from all the big companies.
I bought us both amazing onesies
See?
inspired by a comment on an original post suggesting we get sweet PJs and make his sister jealous of our sweet PJs. We made amazing breakfast and exchanged stockings.
Cute.
We're not religious, but we do live close to an amazing cathedral, like world famous amazing. We're very lucky. So we went there for carols and it was very beautiful.
This was Carly's family for me when I went up for the holidays too. Very sweet.
Almost won my joke there. We're not really religious, but he's always soaking his dishes. Locked and loaded.
That's what got me. He's like, yeah.
He cooked us an amazing dinner. We loved all the suggestions of getting Chinese food or pizza delivered, but stuck to the roast turkey in the end, and he is an excellent cook. We exchanged gifts and watched some Christmas movies on our projector. He has gone to his parents' house for Boxing Day. I don't know how they have treated him today, and I don't expect he will tell me anything because he will protect me from anything bad, they say, which I appreciate.
They are British.
I knew it, I called it.
I mean, yeah, Boxing Day.
Inspired by all of your messages, which told me to be gracious and kind, I bought them a nice Christmas present, which he has taken to them today, and I hope they see it as a peace offering.
Opie's unaliving them with kindness.
Yeah.
And the Christmas spirit.
That's what Savannah does with me.
I do it with everyone. I'll be nice, and then you can feel bad on your own. I don't need to remind you. You already know you effed up.
Here's some stocking gifts.
Yeah, he gave me a whole spiel earlier about how I didn't do this thing, and it turned out it was him who didn't do it, and I just took it.
And you do? Give him banana bread and be like,
You're really gonna bring that up right now?
Canada's Boxing Day too?
I knew I didn't do it, but I was like, maybe, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I messed up.
I like how Riley literally went to everyone for that.
And it was him.
It was pretty funny, actually.
And you know what happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
You just want to know.
I hope that this has established some boundaries and what is an acceptable way to treat their son's partner. And if they open their family to me at some point in the future, I will welcome them with open arms. Update 2. Do you think it gets worse?
I think they're gonna resend the package or the gift that OP got them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that they'll be that petty. Do you think so, really?
I mean, they were petty in the first place of trying to guilt trip OP's boyfriend. Of
This
being
is
like,
true.
If they can do that, they can do anything.
That is true.
And I don't mean that in a good way.
Update 2. As I mentioned, my boyfriend spent the day after Christmas with his family. Boxing Day. I sent a present for them along with him. A nice cookbook. He came home that evening with about 1 billion presents that they had gotten him. Not unusual for him. So at least they weren't making a point there or at whatever. And also a present they got me. I was pretty surprised, to be honest.
Was it the cookbook?
They just rewrapped it and gave it. Oh.
I thought they maybe got a last minute gift when they realized I had gotten them a present, but upon opening it, that clearly wasn't the case. You will all think I'm a loser if I say what it is, but basically it was a piece of kitchen equipment I'd admired at their house, and they had bought me my own that was even nicer than theirs.
Oh, dang.
Air fryer or an ice machine.
I thought a really nice spoon holder.
Nice knife.
Spoon holder?
Yeah, well,
Spoon
because she
holder.
kind of talked about she admired it. If I saw something pretty, I'd be like, oh my god, I love the spoon holder. It's so pretty. Did you make it? You know?
Spoon holder.
Spoon holders are nice. What do you mean?
You have drawers for that.
No.
Yeah, for
No.
spoons you put them in
No, a
drawers.
spoon holder when you're cooking stuff and then you're mixing it whatever, then you set it down. Spoon holder, it holds your spoon. You don't put it back in the drawer. Now you just everything's bleh.
I do.
What if it was a really fancy whisk?
I don't know what it is. She should
Fancy
say what it is.
whisk.
Someone said KitchenAid.
This is making me hungry.
So I thought that was really nice and thoughtful and a good sign. He pretty much kept quiet about what the reaction had been about him going through with not going to their Christmas. But he did mention to our friends that they had kept making snide comments. And so he had made snide comments in return. I didn't ask for details because I figured he was protecting me and I didn't want to get more upset. Yesterday he was going over there to pick up some furniture they don't need anymore, which they are giving us. So I decided to go to show them I want to make an effort and that I'm grateful for the help they have given us with our house. They gave us about half of our furniture when we moved in ages ago. On the way, they live together and they still don't want you being there?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
That's crazy. On the way, I asked him what level of dislike I could expect, and he said they weren't very happy about our relationship at the moment, which to me really pissed me off because, hello, it's a great relationship. He behaved the way you should behave in a relationship, not going back on your word and not doing things that hurt your partner, but I decided to still be kind. Only be nice to you if you listen to more stories like this. Go to your favorite podcast platform and search up OK Storytime. Anyway, his mom was really nice to me and acted normal. Do we believe that?
No.
I mean, I don't think everything's set in stone. Like now, oh, everyone's over it. The end. I think there's some, I don't know, the water is still muddy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to fix that because I feel like you shouldn't keep like sucking up to the family.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not going to be a good thing to do. Like not a great habit.
Or she's like a pushover. Yeah.
Yeah, like having to please them and then everything's good. Like you shouldn't do that. But I also don't think that you need to like go overboard and call them out and be mean and whatever.
Oh, mommy, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, mommy. You shouldn't do that.
Hi, mommy.
Because she doesn't have a mother, and that would be her soon-to-be mother one day.
Figgy pudding.
Oh, the figgy pudding was so good. Thank you for the chocolate. Wait, what was it? Fruitcake? Oh, thank you for the fruitcake. I appreciate it. Oh, mommy.
mommy.
Also, someone pissed me off recently. They said that British accents are very similar to Southern accents, and it pissed me off. We are not the same.
Similar in like IPA.
I don't know. I did speak to someone in Bali and they were like, oh, are you from Britain? And I'm like, no, I'm Southern.
There is like the twang kind of. If you studied IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, you'd know they are kind of similar.
Did you actually learn the real alphabet too?
No, I learned. Shut up. I learned both, but I had to learn a whole IPA, whole different language. You have to take voice and diction as an actor.
What's the biggest planet in the solar system?
I didn't need to know that. That's never going to come up in my life. When am I going to go to a planet other than this one?
We had a chat and a drink together while my boyfriend was helping his dad with his computer. His dad didn't give me a hug or a hello like he usually does, or really say anything to me, but whatever. I tried and made sure to thank him very much for the furniture. The sisters weren't there, so that's the end of the update. I'm going to a big family event of theirs in a few weeks, which I'm nervous about, but also excited to meet the extended family, who he says are keen to meet me too. So wish me luck!
Yeah.
Good luck.
I think it'll be good. I think just give it time. Sometimes people are a little afraid. Maybe they don't agree with the relationship, and then in time you prove them wrong. That's all you can do.
You know how long it takes to bake a potato?
Well, it depends how you bake it, but I would say an hour.
Takes time. My fiance canceled our engagement because I refused to apologize to his mother.
That's it. We're done.
Me and my fiance were excited about buying an apartment together. He was very happy about it, and he promised me he would take it.
Take what?
The apartment was in a good location, closer to where he wanted to be, and we both thought it was a good deal. By the way, this comes from Do Swimming 362, and if you want to submit your own stories, you know where to go. Opie says, we are both new to buying apartments, but his parents have experiences buying multiple houses and apartments before.
Money.
Money.
Multiple apartments before?
How about you just give me one?
Could I just have one?
Looks like they play it like Monopoly.
And you get an apartment. And you get an apartment.
What's the best part in a Monopoly? Go.
Pasco.
She's not wrong. That
wait.
is
Land on go. Do you play that rule?
No.
400. It's 200.
I love when you land on go.
No, I don't play that role.
Oh, I love playing the rule where if you land on go, you get 400.
I feel like they just made that to make you feel more
Give me the
included.
blue. I like the blue, even though everyone says it's too it's like not the best one strategically, but I like the blue.
It's the red and orange. That's the best.
the orange Tennessee.
The red and orange is like where you want to be.
Orange
Do you
is a
guys
good
play
one.
that if you land on like free parking, the whole time you've been putting, anytime someone gets
Oh, yeah.
taxes, you put in the middle, and then if you land on free parking, you get all the money?
If you want to make the game quicker, yeah.
Oh yeah, money goes real quick. We always end up out of money.
So I assumed they would help him check all the costs. He was going to write the contract, but suddenly he said it was too expensive, even though he never really checked everything out fully before promising me. This felt strange because his family is experienced and he seemed confident at first, but then backed off.
What?
When I asked him why the sudden change, he blamed me for not being done with university and wanting to save up more money. But this was never a problem at first. After a few more questions, he told me that he took some advice from his parents. I told him if they were experienced, why didn't they check properly before? I was confused since he already spoke to his parents and they agreed that he would buy it without a problem.
I don't actually see why he's doing this yet. He could have just said, hey, like we looked through it and it, I don't think we can swing it yet.
This is odd.
This is odd.
I shook it off and told him I was okay waiting to search again in a few months. It was just an apartment. Of course, I was frustrated and told him that that was not okay, that he made a decision with them without including me.
Yeah.
Right after he called off the deal, his mother started messaging me. She wrote, trying to calm me down.
Girl, who's not calm?
Best thing to say.
What are you talking about?
Best thing to say right after, you're acting just like your mom.
Yeah, you hit him with that.
Or this one, hear me out. Oh my gosh, you're acting just like my ex whenever she was on her period.
Now calm down. Now calm down.
I'm a little twofer.
Saying she thought I was upset or angry about the apartment situation, even though I was calm and had spoken with my fiancé directly. She said she did not want conflict and wanted to make peace, and that there were plenty of apartments nearby. Those apartments were too far from both my job and his, so there was no point. I replied calmly. I told her I was not angry or upset, that me and my fiancé had talked, and that I did not see the problem. But she kept insisting she thought I was mad. I kindly explained that I was not, that me and my fiancé already spoke about it. I told her I know she, as a mother, cares for him, but we are both grown-ups and know what to do. She's trying to rile you up.
Yeah, she's like, you're so angry. Calm down. And he's like, I'm fine. We're just trying to work through it. And she's like, oh my goodness, you're shouting at me. And he's like, we're texting right now. What do you mean I'm shouting at you? She's like, this is getting a little too much.
Stop being so mad.
Why are you mad? Opie's like, I'm not mad. Why are you mad? You look mad.
Now you're making me mad.
I'm mad now.
She's doing it. Wow, she's a genius.
She's so good at her job.
She called it as she sees it.
Katie Politan, excuse you, sir. What does OP still being in uni have anything to do about finding apartments?
Well, I don't think OP is paying for either a lot or any. I'm not sure.
We don't. That's what we can assume.
So I think he's just kind of asserting his financial dominance over the situation, which is not helpful for anyone.
2 more left.
I'm all right. It's all yours.
After 3 days, she reacted with confusing emojis, thumbs up, sad, angry, laughing, to a message I had not even opened yet.
Girl, what?
Then deleted those reactions. When I saw it, I did not really know what to say. My fiancé told me that what I wrote to his mother was unacceptable, but he never explained why. I do not understand how she or he thought I was mad or disrespectful when I wasn't. He accused me right away. She sent a third message accusing me of being disrespectful. She said my messages were unacceptable and that I was misunderstanding things, implying I was sending hostile messages, which I wasn't. I was polite and honest. She said things like, he is too young to get married.
There it is.
And other negative comments about our relationship timeline, despite having been married quickly herself.
Feels some sort of way about that.
We're also, she's definitely the type of person to read in between the lines of text.
Oh, well, yeah, she's like reading into things that aren't
Why are
even
you
there.
angry? Why are you angry? I would just call her like, hey, I'm not angry.
No, she is causing problems because she doesn't want you guys to get married. She thinks you're getting married too young, and she's like, I'm gonna sow seeds of discord. And it's working.
She's doing a great job.
Also brought up old stuff that had nothing to do with this. We already spoken about it and had cleared the air, but she brought it up for the third time. She kept posting pictures of him for 3 days in a row, explaining how well behaved and respectful he is, and how she is the reason behind his manners.
I am so confused by her behavior. I would be
Do you like
very bamboozled.
Dominic Fike?
No.
Well, there's a song by him called Mama's Boy.
I know.
How's it go?
Mama boy, mama boy.
Just like that.
I hear it every day. Every day. It haunts me in my dreams.
You know, I still have things you do that haunts me in my dreams.
What?
And I love that we've kind of traumatized each other in a way.
That's concerning.
I repeatedly told my fiancé how hurt I was that he never stood up for me. As he knows, I never disrespect anyone. Instead, he sided with her and said there was no misunderstanding.
I think this is a sign that maybe this is not the person that we want to get married to. If he's behaving like this right now, little concerning. I think I would see myself out. Sip my tea and head out.
Instead, he shared all of our private messages with his mother and family, including things I told him about how I felt, which made me feel betrayed.
That makes sense.
Gosh, when I tried to reach out, he ignored my calls and messages.
Oh, so he's immature.
Yikes.
What in the world, dude?
He's proven his mom is right. He is too young to get married. He's acting like a toddler. He's like, I just want to play Minecraft. Playing Minecraft, and you're trying to talk to me about apartments?
Too expensive. Get
Too
job.
expensive.
Here's a direct example of one of the messages his mother wrote to me. She said,
"You're being disrespectful by accusing us. You misunderstand everything and you're sending wrong signals."
I never accused her of anything. I was simply explaining my feelings and confusion. I said that we are grown-ups and these are small conflicts that we can solve by ourselves. He told me he was waiting for me to call and blamed me for delays, but I was waiting for him to communicate clearly. Dude, if you can't communicate correctly,
Yeah, he's blaming you.
That's done.
That's
We're
a-
done here.
yeah, honestly,
here.
go apartment renting searching for yourself.
Yeah, and with your mommy.
He admitted that they read the messages with their own intentions, but he still sided with his mother. Now he has been silent for 10 days. We got an update.
Genuinely, we're done. If
Oh my God.
if my partner gives me the silent treatment for 10 days, when they're like gaslighting me over responses that were never disrespectful, I was never angry in, and they're actively trying to make me mad, I'm out. I'm saying, okay, you know what? Have a good life.
Jaylee Thomas 7 says, Mom is losing her baby boy. OP stole her baby.
Absolutely. I mean, she said, "Oh, I don't think you're ready to get married."
Yeah, no, I agree. It's super weird.
Very weird.
She's not ready to let go. Mm-hmm. I think they scared him away from buying an apartment.
Ooh, do you think like the parents told him, you know, like kind of changed their mind and told him, "Hey, don't." What was the conversation they had?
Mom, I'm looking for apartments with girlfriend. The parents have not approved their relationship for a while. They said,
This is their moment.
If you're going to get an apartment or buy one, you need someone that has a good credit score. And it looks like your girlfriend isn't out of university yet. So it's
they'll
not going
never
to work
rent.
out. Not going to rent. And it's going to cost this much for bills, this for deposit. And just
Yeah.
said a lot of numbers to him.
They were just like, and there's a 1 and the 2s and of course the 56s.
And don't forget to carry the 10s.
And I don't even know if you look at the IOUs. He's like, "What's that?"
IOUs.
Like, don't worry, it's all renter's talk.
Buying an apartment's crazy. Update. Since my last post, a lot has happened.
Oh boy.
Any thoughts?
They broke up.
Okay. Keon?
Maybe he comes to the senses, but I'm thinking it's a breakup.
After a long silence, he finally called me to say he wants to break up.
Oh, he wants to? Or does his mommy want him to?
Yeah, he's like, I talked to my mommy and she said that we have to break up.
Mind you guys, we are halfway through right now.
Oh, no.
He said he had been waiting 2 weeks for me to call his mother, but I had already tried twice to reach out before and after she sent that message accusing me of being controlling and disrespectful. I told him I tried to communicate, but he didn't answer my calls. He asked why I involved my parents, and I explained it was because he wasn't answering me and shut me down with phrases like, if you can't see it yourself, then I can't help you. My parents were supportive and told him he could talk to them if something happened between us that we couldn't resolve. He kept insisting that I should have called his parents and said his mother was crying over the situation.
I hate his mom.
So finally, I called his parents to clear things up and explained my side calmly and honestly. Unfortunately, his mother was cold and rude, blaming me and holding on to old issues we had discussed multiple times. I told her I didn't want a war and that if she saw me as family, why send a heart but never call or text or say she was hurt. I was busy with my sick father at the time. When I asked what the solution was, she said it was up to my fiancé, which felt unfair since the problem was mainly between me and her. I also asked to speak to his father, but she didn't let me at first. I insisted since he read the messages and thought the same. He wasn't aware of what was said and told me it was up to my fiancé and me to resolve it. He didn't even know that his wife wrote that I was disrespectful. He doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah, this is the end of the relationship. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about what his mom says about you.
I called my fiancé again to try and talk as adults, but he was closed off and overwhelmed. He brought up old arguments like me being mad about the ring or apartment and feeling pressured by the idea that if we didn't get married over my graduation, it would be over. We all had agreed on that timeline, but now he said he felt pressured. I told him we've been engaged almost 3 years. So how was that pressure? He also seemed upset. I was angry about his dishonesty regarding the ring status. I told him it's not about material things, but honestly matters to me since he kept mentioning it's on its way. He told me that I didn't believe in him and he wanted to do things at his own pace. I told him that I've been waiting for 3 years for something to happen for us to at least start planning. All I hear is once I graduate, we can start. Imagine being engaged the whole time you're in college.
I can't.
At the end, he seemed lost for words and just wanted to leave. He said I was was making things up in my head. And I told him I was laughing because I thought it was ridiculous to end things over misunderstandings. You guys aren't even on the same reality, cosmic of reality.
It's not a misunderstanding at this point. He's willfully choosing to not understand you.
The blind one, his logic is, why are you involving your parents after I involved my parents? Only my mommy can get involved in
For real?
our relationship.
For real. He's like, wait, why didn't you talk to my mommy? She's gonna get mad at you. Why didn't you talk to her?
Could your mommy talk to my mommy and they can figure it out?
Right? This is so
Dump
weird. Everyone spam dump him right now.
Dump him.
Everyone spam pre-divorce dump him and run.
Pre-divorce dump him. Dump his mommy.
I need to ask my mommy if that's okay.
She doesn't like you and you're stinky.
I reminded him that his father agreed with me, that his wife was sensitive, and it was all a misunderstanding. I told him what he did was unjust and could have been resolved by simply asking, my love, can you explain what happened between you and my mother?
And you know what? The my love would have solved everything.
I said I would sleep peacefully knowing I did nothing wrong, but he would live with the loss of me and my family who loved him deeply. He said he was barely sleeping. He made his decision clear. So I removed all pictures and nicknames on Instagram and unfriended him on Facebook. He removed me from his Instagram and the pictures, but hasn't removed anything on Facebook yet.
Oh, good. You know what? There's still a chance.
The Instagram cleanse.
He sent a message to my parents saying the relationship is over because his boundaries were crossed. Here's what confuses me.
This is what confuses you now? Okay.
He didn't remove my siblings from his Facebook. He didn't remove my love as my nickname. He didn't remove me from his other Instagram account. He didn't remove my father on Facebook, but sent the breakup message via text.
Was it his mommy?
He texted you?
No.
Did mommy get in there?
He sent the breakup message to my mother on Facebook, but then blocked her.
Why would he send it to your mom?
My mom blocked his mother after hearing the relationship ended. He still has our pictures on Facebook. I'm waiting for him to send the ring back. We've broken up multiple times now. Sometimes he acts like he still cares, but then shuts down communication or pushes me away. He says he feels pressured and overwhelmed and that I get mad at him over small things. He keeps bringing up old problems even though he said he wasn't looking back. The last time this kind of serious breakup happened was also due to a misunderstanding. I begged him and begged his mother. After a long conversation for a week, he admitted he was wrong and misunderstood things. By the way, you could never misunderstand stories that are crazy because we read them to you clearly. If you want to listen to more, go to your favorite podcast platform and search up OK Storytime. So I feel lost. What should I do? Do you think he'll regret it or come back? I really tried my best, and I really tried to find the wrong in this breakup. We got a little bit left here. Do you think he's going to regret it?
I don't care.
And you shouldn't either.
Let him.
Truly let him come back and grovel at your feet, and then you get to say, no, I'm not taking you back. There is only a limit. I give everyone breakup, get back together pass.
On what grounds?
What do you mean?
Like they break up, but like what was like...
My point is not like everyone should break up and get back together. My point is that if you do more than one, you should not be having a relationship with that person.
How old is this guy? Keon Bot. How old is he? I'm going to guess she's about to graduate. She's anywhere from 23 to 26. And I want to say this guy's anywhere from 26 to 28, 29.
I don't know. He sounds like a little baby.
Yeah, if we actually looked at him through emotional clothing, he is in a diaper and has a bottle in his left hand.
If you were wearing clothing based off of his emotions.
What would I wear based off clothing?
Board shorts.
Board shorts?
Yeah.
Skinny jeans.
You would be wearing board shorts, boat shoes, it's coming so clearly, and a little bucket hat.
As a baby?
No, this is just what I emotionally wear.
I was hoping I'd wear like a full suit and I'd look like a gentleman.
You're wearing like skater brand shirts like DC or...
Me?
No. Riley.
You're wearing glasses, a ponytail, a cardigan, anything that makes you look like a librarian.
That is my emotional state.
Keon, you're wearing a grass skirt and a coconut bikini.
He's doing a little dance.
I'm happy that's what you envision.
I'm gonna get you on my car one day.
You just sit there.
I only understood that he was confused about things he made up in his head, and I told him, you can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. My heart is breaking into pieces since I know that I didn't do anything wrong. I tried to fix it since the day it happened, and all I got was, I waited for someone from you to call my mother and check up on her. But he didn't bother to check up on my father. By the way, he was also sick.
For real, I do not care about this man, and I think you need to let him go.
Say the code, my ex removed me on Facebook, but still has all my close and extended family as friends. Ooh.
That's weird.
And guys, thanks for watching. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And see you tomorrow. Hey, don't leave yet. I know you got more chores and we got more stories. So stick around. I refuse to take in my nephew because I'm tired of cleaning up after my family's mess.
Throw him in jail. Then he'll clean up after himself and he'll be in jail for the rest of his life where he deserves to be. I'm not taking that back.
How do I tell my family I won't let my nephew, 18 male, move in with me, 32 female? For some context, my older brother is several years older than me. When we were children, our mother was one of those flighty hippie types who was raised rich but spent all of their inheritance, then got cut off by my wealthy grandparents. By the way, this comes from Deleted, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So she never learned to manage her money. Every couple of months, my mother would come up with some crazy idea like moving to Thailand to raise our orangutans or to move to Dubai and marry a rich gentleman. We moved around a lot as kids. She dabbed with minor colds, but thankfully nothing too serious.
God.
I think she's just traumatized deeply in trying to cope and desperate for attention, no matter the type. Anyway, this is our only relevant because I wanted to explain. My brother and I have always been close. In many ways, he was my only stability growing up, and there was definitely a lot of codependency there, and some resentment too. My mother is what people would call a boy mom, always making excuses for him, and this did no favors. When he was in high school, he dated a girl who got him hooked on substances. He was talented and very popular, but after that got expelled, lost his prestigious apprenticeship, and he fell into a spiral. He got a girl pregnant at the time. I believe my mother, when she said it was all the girlfriend's fault for trying to baby trap him. It was definitely not her fault at all. They were only teenagers and being stupid. Fast forward a few years, I'm about to start my final year of high school, and my brother is at rock bottom, and his most recent girlfriend just left him. He asked my mother and I to take in his 4-year-old son, which, given that our mother was like, means he was really asking me to raise him. Oh, and I did. No. My mother thankfully let him sleep in her room at night, but during the day, he was my responsibility. I dropped him off at daycare before school, often being late, but my teachers were incredibly tolerant. I honestly have no idea how I graduated at all. I didn't turn up some days until lunch, and some days not at all. I only had a small group of really close friends who were really understanding. I picked up my nephew after school, and we'd all hang out together with the toddler. My peers just ignored all this, which was probably for the best. There were a couple of weird looks because my nephew looked a lot like my ex, but I was so focused on my friends and my nephew, if there was any bullying, I didn't notice. I was stressed out, but I was happy. I didn't even go to my graduation dinner because I couldn't find anyone to take care of the baby as my mother was out of town with her boyfriend. At the time, my brother was trying to get his life back together and seeing his son only on the weekends. My nephew used to regularly call me his mom. I always try to correct him, but he did it so frequently, I don't think he understood I was only his aunt. From the ages of 4 to almost 7, I raised my nephew. I did my university degree, full-time job, and had my nephew. In some ways, this time was the happiest I've ever been. But traumatic. I see how my brother's life was destroyed. I decided I wasn't ever going to have kids of my own and will never date anyone with a substance problem. When my nephew was almost 7, my brother decided to take him back. He had a new girlfriend who wanted to play happy families. Basically, not work, just look after the kid on my brother's dime. I was gutted, but kind of relieved. I was 20 and I wanted to have fun with my friends. Most of them had already left our old hometown by then, and I was getting pretty lonely, only having 1 or 2 left. It was hard. At first, it was good having my quiet existence back, having time to myself, but I missed the baby a lot and seeing my brother every weekend too. Now, the most I'd see them is if my brother needed a babysitter, which wasn't very frequent. Fast forward a couple of years again. My brother's girlfriend has found a new sugar daddy and left him. He's devastated. I don't know why, considering he was cheating on her, but by this point, our relationship was pretty strained. He stopped trying to get clean and couldn't keep a stable job. He asked me to take my nephew in again. I wasn't sure how long for, but I was willing. I'd noticed before, but now it was really obvious how messed up my nephew was. Oh no. My nephew didn't seem to know the ex wasn't his biological mother, was very naughty and spoiled. I tried to be understanding, give him stability, but he only ever wanted his dad. Would cry, act out, and destroy things. It was hard, and I was heartbroken because I couldn't understand where my sweet boy had gone, and trying to support my brother at the same time when my nephew was with his grandmother. When the cheating girlfriend came back, my nephew was picked up, and it all went back to how it was. Me alone, feeling like I was just waiting for my brother and nephew to call, stuck with an emotionally manipulative mother who would do or say anything for attention. I decided to move states not long after. I spoke to my brother maybe a couple of times a year, my nephew only on birthdays or Christmas. He didn't remember me after a few years. Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah, happens, like you said, it happens to a lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
You are already a parent, pretty much.
Yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. Ah, okay. My brother, who was on the spectrum, and honestly think was a very reduced ability to feel emotions, says a few concerning things throughout the years. Like my nephew brought a weapon to school and got suspended, steals, lies, and can't be trusted around animals.
Yeah, that is very concerning.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like I think you reach out to whatever school, social services, call around, see what the best like avenue is to kind of like flag like, hey, this seems concerning. I'm guessing the brother and brother's partner are not. I mean, tell them, like,
yeah,
for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Because you gotta. We know what this will turn into.
Yeah, what it can turn into.
Yeah,
which is not a good thing.
He wouldn't take him to therapy when I suggested it. Didn't seem to think it was an issue. I'm on the spectrum too, and while emotions can be hard, this was something else. My nephew is now 18, and he messaged me out of the blue and says he misses me. He wants me to help him pay to move states and wants to come live with me. I'm in my early 30s, have a retail business, a 1-bedroom apartment, and a cat. I work 10 hours a day, have no friends close by, and haven't dated anyone since my late 20s. I have actually just recently started about dating again if I want to find a husband sometime this century. I've hardly spoken to my nephew in these years, and I highly doubt he remembers me at all. I haven't even visited since I moved away. My mother and brother think I should let him move in, but I don't want to give up my quiet life again. Honestly, I'm just tired of cleaning up after them and want to be left alone. How do I tell them? We got an update. How are we breaking this?
We write a letter.
Okay.
We write it all down.
Okay.
You can read it to them. You can send it to them because they're a few states away or whatever.
Yeah.
I think probably a very classy move is to write it out and read it to them, like, you know, call them, FaceTime, whatever, and be like, hey, you wanted to answer about the situation. Here's what it is. Because I think flying down or something, it's just like,
that's way too much.
That's way more than OP needs to do.
This guy probably remembered like, oh, I can probably get something out of this person.
And you know, she did her auntie duty. She did. She brought him in. She paid for him. She helped him
during high school.
Yeah,
while she was getting a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, all of this stuff. So like, she has already put in the work. She now should live her own life, just as she says.
100% behind that one.
There we go.
Update. Thank you for everyone who gave advice and asked how I'm doing. Thank you especially to those who have had similar experiences and the kind people who particularly worried for my cat. Be assured I am definitely not taking my nephew in. I will tell him no, but be clear, I am only a phone call away if he needs someone to talk to. A comment suggested my family may want me to take my brother's new baby in, given there's some tension there. And I was a bit of a panic trying to figure out how I would even look after a baby with my current schedule before I snapped out of it. I like kids, but no, I don't want to raise this one only for them to be taken away again.
Yes.
If they insist, I'll ask them to take a DNA test, which will create its own chaos, but it's better to know. I mentioned in a comment I'm not sure if my eldest nephew is my brother's. He looks nothing like anyone on our side of the family, but by the time the biological mother left, we were all attached to the baby, so I don't think it matters. Yeah, I was like wondering where the biological mother went. Is she not paying anything, or like paying attention, or like interactive whatsoever?
Maybe she ran. I don't know.
I think it would break my brother and my nephew if it was negative, though. I will update again if something changes. I just need to tell them. Thank you for your support and reassuring me that I'm doing the right thing. And you could do the right thing right now after the story by going to your favorite podcast platform, searching what, John?
Okay, story time.
And there will be a plethora of stories. Just go to Apple, go to iHeart, go to Spotify, look up OK Story Time. We're there. Do you think it's the brothers? We got an update too.
Get in writing and sent in, like, probably an email. Very traceable, very like, here's what's going on. Be like, I am not, because remember, before Opie said, I'm not having children. Now she's like, oh, if it gets to that point, I'll ask for DNA test. Opie, you know you don't want to have kids?
Mm-hmm.
Send them the message being like, I will not care for your kids. I do want to, in an ideal world, I want to be able to, pick up the phone if they want to talk or whatever. But like, you are getting it to the point where I'm like in danger of like wanting to remove that as well, potentially. Because like, if I give you an inch, are you going to trample all over it and take 1,000 miles?
I see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I stated I don't have the space for him here, my brother said I should move back home. So the boys aren't separated, and my youngest nephew doesn't grow up not knowing his older brother. He has been insisting for years that I should come home for Christmas and birthdays, but I work every day, but Sundays and Christmas, so I haven't been back since I moved states over. I am so confused. It's like he's using my nephew as a lure. So I think the brother's like, I don't know, weaponizing his nephew to come back, because she has an emotional attachment, because a bond between, like, a motherly bond between her and her baby. You don't mess with that. He's trying to. Oh!
He's using that against her. He's using that against her. I think at this point we basically have to go my version of no contact, which is like, there's still a line open for emergencies, but like, you are essentially like not talking to them unless it's like someone's rushing to the hospital or something like that.
Agreed. Oh,
my son has been acting weirdly rude after he moved back in, so I confronted him in the front. My son, 23 male, got married and had a child. Ooh, young father. And he and his wife have been staying with my wife and I until we can find a permanent place to live. However, ever since he's been here, he started acting weird. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Remarkable. And if you want to send in your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime. Send them in. First, he tells me that his wife isn't comfortable staying in the same room as him at our house. I say that one of them can sleep in the guest room, but that isn't good enough. So he asked if his wife can stay in my wife's room. We have separate rooms because sometimes we want space for ourselves. I tell him no, as there is a perfectly good and unoccupied guest room. Okay, son is bugging out over here. He suggests, back to the story, using his older sister's room, 25 females room, but I say no to that, as well as he then suggests that one of his two younger siblings, 20 female and 18 male, give up their rooms. Of course, I say no to this as well. Opie says he's also been nagging his younger siblings to do stuff for him that he should be doing for himself. Cleaning up after himself, doing his and his wife's laundry, making sure the baby is fed. Crazy. I'm trying to help him out as best as I can, but I'm almost at my wit's end. My wife is a surgeon and has a very specific schedule, while I run a business and a very flexible hour, so I'll meal prep for her. She doesn't even have to lift a finger when she gets home. The problem is, he has started eating all of the prepped meals and gets mad when I asked him to replace the food he ate. He also occasionally eats his siblings' meal prep, but not as often as he does my wife's. He's always been more of a mama's boy, so I thought he was doing this for her attention at first, but I realized he never behaves like this when she's home. He tried to demand his younger sister to babysit. She, of course, said no because she doesn't have any time because it's finals week. He told his younger brother to do it and, of course, got the same answer. He then went off on them saying that he needed someone to babysit at least twice a week. I said that I'd do it as I'm almost always free, but he was adamant about having his younger siblings do it. So his reasoning was because they don't have jobs or children of their own, so they have nothing better to do. I shut that down and reminded him that college is stressful and they should be focusing on that. Plus, they have lives and friends outside of us. I asked if they could babysit every once in a while because it's their Christmas break, but demanding they be available twice a week is ridiculous, especially when I have the most availability. I've asked him if there was a reason that he was doing all of this, or if there was something that I did to make him ask this way. But he's always said that he's fine. At this point, I'm just thinking about telling him to find a new place to stay for the time being because it's so stressful dealing with his behavior. I talked to my wife about it. When she talked to him, she said that she got the same answer. I just don't know what to do anymore. So relevant comments. Commenter number 1, question, has mama's boy ever heard no before? Has he ever experienced a single consequence? Is this a new behavior, or is he just acting like this because he knows that with enough bullying, he'll be able to successfully bulldoze through everyone's boundaries like always? Is this truly new, or have you just forgotten what it's like because he hasn't lived with you for a few years? Has he never bullied his siblings before now, or have you just not been paying attention? Opie says this is truly a new behavior for him. He's never acted this entitled before. Plus, his mother and siblings have never been the type to let him run over them and have also called him out on it. Besides, my wife, who isn't around when he exhibits this behavior, so I've only been able to tell her about it, and she hasn't seen it with her own eyes. This is why I find his behavior so weird. Another comment, did Opie's son feel like he was left out of their family when growing up with his siblings? Opie says he was raised by my wife, myself, and my wife's extended family. I've asked him throughout the years if he's ever felt like we haven't given him the proper attention, but he denies this and says that we did more than enough for him. So now I'm starting to doubt he was being truthful because he's never acted like this before. I've heard in families with lots of kids, the older kids can start to feel left out or forgotten. So I've always asked my 2 oldest children if their needs are being met because I don't want them to feel pushed aside. Very great, by the way. He's been to a therapist to deal with a loss, but that's about it. As for his education, he's expressed after his graduation that he regrets getting an English degree and wants to go to medical school. My wife explained that he can get into a really good medical school with an English degree. Wow. She's been trying to help him with applications, but I'm guessing that he hasn't done anything about that yet. And we have an update. What are we doing here?
Sit down, be real. My dad got real with my brother one time because my brother was like going down this one path, and he was like, my dad kind of saw some like things he should like, like, hey, you got to do this if you're really serious about this. Hard conversations coming.
Yep.
You're stepping into adulthood. You're going to have to provide for yourself. The things that you're doing aren't really there. And as like my parents, they rose me up, like they were like whittling a little arrow, and they were like, all right, we're going to see how far this thing can go. And then they let it loose. And like, we're not supposed to be made to be in a nest, and you need to like, I started doing my laundry at 10. I was like, I ain't doing that. And if I am, you got to pay me. She was all about getting paid. Dude, did I tell you like one time I didn't clean my room, and she put everything in a bag and made me like pay for everything? And like, I was like,
That's
how much for my shoes? She's like, $5 each. I'm like, not $5 for the pair? She's like, no, $5 each. So, because I mean, if you don't clean, you're going to have to hire a maid to clean for you. So that's what I would be ready, like preparing for, is like, hey, real world's not like this. You can't just steal other people's meal preps.
Yeah.
You can't go into the office and steal people's food, because then one day they'll catch on and they'll put hot sauce into it or laxatives, and then you'll get into a lawsuit.
Wow.
Right,
That I mean, we've seen it happen.
We've seen it
unfortunately.
happen.
Honestly, this is, I think, probably how I would feel doing it with my 23-year-old son. Is I would be like, "Hey, look, we want to help you.
Yeah.
We are always going to be here to help you, but you are making it insanely hard to help you. You decided to have a child,
Yep.
intentionally or unintentionally. You made a decision that led to a child. Here you are. You have to deal with the responsibilities that come with that.
Oh yeah.
Either you make the change or we're going to have to start thinking about like what the future is of how we can help you." I don't know if I would have the actual heart to like
'Cause
not
it's your
let
kid.
him live there.
Yeah.
And also know, you know, but like, I think at least saying that to be like, "Hey, you won't just get to like freeload and like, and demand of everyone and be entitled without any pushback." Thanks to everyone who gave me advice and spoke to their experience of what happened to them. My wife and I decided to sit everyone down and have a talk. We decided to wait until our eldest daughter came back from Christmas so she wasn't left in the dark. I didn't want to put too much information because I've heard it's easy to identify people here, even though pretty much everyone is anonymous. They both have jobs. Their plan is to move out sometime next month. Oh, well, that's good.
Oh, wow.
Other kids are crushing it, bro.
Dang.
Before discussing it with the whole family, I asked my eldest if she noticed any changes in his behavior when they've talked on the phone, or if she knows of anyone in his circle who might have influenced him. I know it's a long shot. She lives a little over 5 hours away. She hasn't noticed any changes in their conversations. However, like the comments she mentioned, maybe he's been watching certain media and is upset about his wife making more than him. She's also suggested bipolar disorder, postpartum depression. Maybe he regrets getting married and having a kid so early, or maybe he was expecting some sort of special treatment for being the first / doing it all. I also asked my parents if he was like this when he was staying with them in New York for college. They said he was the perfect guest. He'd clean up, do everyone's laundry, wash dishes, make dinner, etc. Like, basically, OP cannot like put his finger on like why he is. I think it's the wife. I think the wife is like being like, why is everyone not, you have a whole family when they could be doing everything for us and I could do nothing and we could do nothing and we don't have to do anything.
I see.
As for my daughter-in-law not wanting to sleep in the same room as him, she says only when at a parent's house and that it's a family thing. I didn't think much of it considering I also have hang-ups that would be considered absurd. My son said when they visited her parents once, they were not allowed to sleep in the same room, so there's not much I can do about that. They already have a kid together. Just during our discussion, we went over our house rules, which are the same as always. Clean up after yourself, do your own chores, don't eat other people's food / leftovers. We will help out with the baby, but you are responsible for the bulk of the care. Yes, they're free to use son's room and the guest room, but everyone else's room is that you literally have 2 rooms. You have a free 2-bedroom. Come on. And we cleared up some cabinet space and the fridge space for them to put their stuff. We discussed how he and his wife are solely responsible for their new life they've made together, but our family will always be there for them. We've also put together a list of houses that are within their budget, and they will be checking them out after Christmas. Of course, we also talked about giving him the boot if he didn't go to counseling and correct his behavior.
Oh.
He gave apologies to everyone in the house and offered to make everyone's dinner.
I see you.
Well,
He'll do it for 2 weeks.
get back in. Another talk. You're right. Let me get on the straight and narrow.
Yep.
And just the cycle repeats.
It's just whenever you have hard talks like that, people that instantly go the other way, it's not sustainable. You need to do like little steps.
Interesting observation. Like if someone is like, you're right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. It's like they're like love bombing.
Exactly.
If the apology doesn't seem like enough, it was for his siblings and mother, so I can't really say whether it should have been accepted or not. It was up to them. Right now, everything's sort of back to normal, and there seems to be harmony in the house again. I know this update isn't much, but I struggled writing it because of the private conversation I had with my son. Apparently, daughter-in-law's parents have been pressuring him to move them into a house out here. They live in Chicago and claim they will file a lawsuit for the expense of the wedding, around $25,000, and custody of their child.
Huh? Okay, custody of the child. like, okay, I can see where your mind could get there, but I have no idea how you can do a lawsuit for the expense of a wedding. Am I missing something there?
Meanwhile, by the way, I mean, you can sue someone for anything, but it's like they're still married and raising a kid. By the way, meanwhile, they're the one housing your daughter and grandchild. They're the one. They're like, yeah, we'll still help. Like we will help. We will give you free babysitting and like all these things. We will give you 2 bedrooms in our house, in our, surgeon house. Mm-hmm. Probably not. I mean, there's like freaking a quadrillion bedrooms in this place.
Absolutely.
This is not a freaking shack. So I'm pretty sure if they do this, it'll be a waste of time and money on their part, and it would be considered extortion of some sort. My goodness. But we will be consulting a lawyer just in case. Wow. He hadn't told daughter-in-law anything about this. When I asked him why he didn't just talk to her about this, he said that he thought he could handle it himself, but realized that he just couldn't, but didn't know how to tell anybody about the situation. For now, daughter-in-law is handling it, and my son has stopped responding to their texts. So that's what happened. Sorry if I missed anything. Well, what an insane, like 11th hour plot twist that came completely out of nowhere. And
we were headed in a great direction.
Yeah.
We were doing great.
Yes.
And then Worm Tongue, thank you everyone. Wait a second. The wife was the one that was like worm tonguing the brother, right?
The in-laws, right? The in-laws were pressuring OP's son, not even the daughter or anything. OP and the daughter-in-law, they didn't know anything about this until recently. He the son was just absorbing, which maybe this is why he was freaking out and being like, everyone take care of the babies and all this stuff, because he was solo dealing with his in-laws pressuring him like, we're going to sue you. Yeah. We're going to fight for custody. We're going to do all this stuff.
Yeah. Because what I thought was happening was son was acting this way because the wife was like, oh, we don't, like you said earlier, we can have other people do things for us. And then I was thinking like the worm tongue of the worm tongue was
the grandparents.
Yeah.
But it's, as of where we are right now, if we were taking everything at face value, daughter-in-law is doing nothing wrong.
Okay.
It's the in-laws
that's the actual...
I could be wrong. But that's what it seems like as of right now.
I supported my brother-in-law after we discovered my sister's betrayal, but my family is upset with me.
Don't support him. Put him in jail.
My sister Mary, 27 female, met her husband Tom, 29 male, when she was attending college out of state, and he was stationed near her campus with the Army. After he got out, she dropped out of school so they could move to our home state at her request. So we've been the only family he's had here. By the way, this comes from Immediate March 65. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytimes. They have a 3-year-old daughter, Jane. Not long ago, a guy, let's call him Bill, reached out to Tom on Facebook and told him he saw my sister, 3-year-old kid, and there's a possibility my niece may be his child.
The plot thickens quite quick. This is like an instant gravy type story.
He and my sister had been having an affair from the time they moved home until shortly after she found out she was pregos. He had to move away for work, and my sister never mentioned the pregnancy to him or that she was married. Tom confronted Mary, and eventually she admitted to the affair. 2 paternity tests later, it was confirmed my niece is not Tom's child.
Oh my! And they're mad at him about this.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We got Bill's baby.
Secret tunnel.
No, this is a byproduct of the secret tunnel.
Exactly.
He has been devastated. Bill wants to be in Jane's life, but my sister and family are staunchly against this. They say Jane already has a dad, Tom. Tom has been going to counseling since Bio Dad first reached out to him, and he just cannot see Jane the way he used to, or be around her, or talk about her without breaking down. He says it hurts too much, and he feels like his life has been based on a lie. Oh, yeah. Nor can he really imagine staying in her life with Bill around. Oh. Since they separated, I have been letting Tom stay at my place since he has no family here. My sister thinks I'm out of line letting Tom stay and that I'm depriving my niece of her uncle. She doesn't want Jane here so long as I'm supporting Tom. Fair, I guess. And Tom has offered that he would go to a friend's or out if I wanted to babysit or spend time with my niece. Also fair. Personally, I sympathize with Tom. I'm not an affair baby, but my mother was pregnant with me when she met my sibling's father. He made the stipulation that he'd stick around, but my bio dad and bio family could not be around, and my mother agreed. He treated me differently once my sister and brothers were born, and even more so after he and my mom divorced. My paternal family reached out eventually, and I learned the truth and got to know them. This pissed off my adopted dad to no end, and his family as well. But he doesn't. He said it was a slap in the face that I would even want to know my other family. They were my family, and it was ungrateful of me to forsake all of that. I don't want my niece to possibly go through that. Getting stuck between families is the worst. So I've been helping Tom find out more about Bill and mediating between them when they talk. Bill seems like a real stand-up guy with positive people around him and wants to take my sister to court for custody, my brother-in-law as well, to get taken off the birth certificate. I support both of them in these decisions and have offered to help if they need it. My sister is mad at me, but I have told her and our family that she should only be mad at herself. Now, this would even be happening if she hadn't played eeny, meeny, miny, mo with her kid's dad. My family thinks I'm prioritizing Tom and Bill over my niece, that I should be shaming him for abandoning his daughter, and that I am turning my back on her, but I don't think I am. I also think that Tom deserves some kind of support through all of this. I could really use some outside perspective. Is this really a wrong stance for me to take, or should I back off because my family is right about Tom needing to stick around and shun Bill? We got an update. I think what's happening here, sister is a golden child. Sister made a bad decision, and the family's trying to cover it up. Like, no, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Just go back to what you were doing. Nothing happened. While things are happening.
Yeah, it's crazy that no one is telling her that she needs to have any responsibility for her decisions.
Yeah.
Nothing but bad takes.
Update. Yes, Bill knows Jane is his. When Tom got his paternity test done, he and Bill had him go separately to be tested. Okay. Why am I letting Tom stay with me? Well, he was family for years for me. And you don't just chuck family into the streets except for extreme situations. Divorce takes a year in my state, and Tom is opting to stay to make sure it can all be handled quickly and smoothly to get it finalized as soon as possible. That said, he plans on moving back to his home state after that, so I'm letting him stay with me so he can save money for his move and moving expenses. Otherwise, the only place he could afford on his own requires 6 and 12-month leases. Dude, OP's just being an angel. Why is everyone mad at him?
Exactly. I feel like they're mad because OP's propping up the guy who they want to be mad at.
Yeah, mad because bad.
And it's like, they feel like it's like, oh, you're choosing a side? You're choosing Tom's side? It's like, well, first of all, if we're talking about sides, his side is arguably the one where he's done absolutely nothing wrong, and he's raised a kid that's not his for 4 years. Yeah. So, good. That's the good side.
Yeah. I really see on Tom's shoulder is like an angel and a devil. It's like OP's the angel, and then the family's like the devil. They got like a whole family of a devil. Supporting Tom and Bill may result in my sister and I having little to no contact. True, it may, and that'll be our cross to bear, but I can't find it in me to ignore others needing help just to satiate her and excuse her behavior. Yeah, because you'd be a part of the mad mob if you were like, oh, Tom, you should be with your daughter.
Right.
I still love my sister. Whatever my feelings or opinions of what she did or is doing have no place in this, nor is it really the time for me to go expressing them to her. Bill's lawyer says it's very likely Bill will wind up with a custody arrangement, and he has assured me that if things go south with my sister, that she won't let me see my niece. I'd always be welcome to visit them to see her during this time with her. Now for the update. It's not a huge one, but rather surprising. And we got a lot of chunk here, guys. My sister is being cranky and doubling down, doing all she can to guilt Tom into reconciling and be adamant about Bill not being involved because she has a husband that just needs to realize they can work through this. Tom is Jane's dad and Bill is not needed. So meh there. Last week, I went on a fishing trip with both Tom and Bill for the three of us just to relax and forget all this nonsense for a bit. Okay, look, OP, I love you. I love what you're doing. But I don't think Bill and Tom need to be in the same room.
No.
Let alone a freaking fishing trip. What? You're doing like God's work, but you need to just be an angel, you know?
You're trying to set up a true crime scenario here.
Yeah, dude.
Let them fight. Let them win.
Yeah, like Bill seems like a great guy. Tom seems like a great guy, but we don't need to, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be in the room with the guy that did something with my girl. You know what I mean?
Sister needs to be like, the sister being like, I already have a husband that just needs to realize we can work through this. No, you don't.
Reality check.
You lost him when he figured out what reality was and that you cheated on him. And he's been raising a kid that's not biologically his.
Yeah.
Regardless of the bond that he has now with that kid, it changes everything in his head.
And I do agree that Bill does need to be like a father figure in this kid's life. If he wants to, he has a right to that. I'm just saying, I don't know. They're not co-parenting. The co-parenting would be the sister and Bill, not Tom. Tom, once he got back, my mother showed up to try talking to me about why I'm doing any of this. Surprisingly, we had a decent talk after some heated tension. I wound up showing her the post, and while she wasn't happy I was airing out our laundry, it helped a bit. Ultimately, I was able to get it through to her that given the circumstances and the high probability Bill is going to be a present in Jane's life from here on out, the best thing for Jane be if our family and Bill could at least coexist. And guys, you can freaking coexist with us. Just go to your favorite freaking podcast platform, iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify, and what are we looking up, Dakota?
Okay, story time.
And what is there waiting for them right now?
Like 49 days worth of stories. 49 consecutive days.
Just go there. Coexist with us right now. Let us be in your ears inevitably
Let us
forever.
live in those little ear holes.
So it looks like OP has won over the mom. Do you think he will slowly win over more of the family?
Maybe?
Yeah.
But, like, it seems like nobody is willing to, like, be like, oh, yeah, what was her name? Jane? No, that's the kid's name.
We just have sister.
The sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hold her accountable for any of it.
No.
So that's crazy to me.
But like hearing this from the mom, where the mom's coming a little bit over to OP's side, and she's kind of understanding like the reality of all of this. Maybe she might not be the golden child, or like she's like the dad's favorite or something. Because like the mom, if the sister was a golden child, she'd be all ride or die. I asked her how she would feel if her granddaughter was constantly having to choose who to spend time with for birthdays, graduation, prom pictures, etc. Or, God forbid, we all put her in a position that she would have to lie to everyone about what she wanted, just not to hurt feelings, because OP had to go through this.
Mm-hmm.
It took a while, but that seemed to at least get through her a bit. She's still not happy about the whole situation, but she did agree to a dinner in a public space to meet Bill and some of his family. And I'm happy to say that wound up going off really well. Bill's mother had a good heart to heart with her and some good progress. Thanks again for the support. We got a comment. OP said in a comment, I don't know. My sister is, well, a bit of a special cookie. I love her because she's my sister, but she makes very questionable choices, being coddled and spoiled.
There it is. There it is, folks.
Due to being the baby of the family probably didn't help. She did ditch her childhood friend at one point because the girl's mother being diagnosed with cancer was too much drama for my sister.
The worst kind of person. Literally the worst kind of person.
You abandon. I absolutely despise people that abandons their friends during hard times, because it's like, were you even actually my friends? Are you just my friend during the highs? I've heard stories about it, and it just infuriates me.
It's just like the attitude's like, oh, it's crazy how your mom chose to get cancer. I can't really deal with that right now. It's too much. For me personally, it's too much. I have a test to study for.
Yeah, you're like crying a lot, and like I just can't let that bring me down.
Your aura is just really negative right now, and I just can't have that in my life.
Like I have a party coming up this weekend, and this like I can't. I just no.
Whack.
What the heck?
Whack.
Anyways, back to the comments. Are Bill and Tom going to slowly transition father roles so Jane doesn't end up with abandonment issues? Maybe they can slowly pull Tom out of her life if he played a big role, and then get Bill to be there full time, so she can have a bond with him. Opie replied, I'm not entirely sure there. Tom has been in therapy since finding out, but it hasn't been made being around her or talking to her easier for him, and his presence has slowly been tapering off. I give Bill and my mother information for a center that counsels children because they absolutely do need some professional mediation to help Jane go through this and with the transition. Tom has been teaching Bill all the things Jane likes, dislikes, favorite shows, characters, and stuff like that, so Bill can be prepared better. Dude, I kind of like it's like a handoff, like a CEO handoff. Like Tom's being fantastic here to Bill, but
it feels weird. It feels like a corporate handoff.
I don't like the corporate handoff.
It's a child.
This is best case scenario. This is a best case scenario, though. Like if I found out my dad wasn't my dad.
I feel like Tom's issue is raising the kid within the context of a marriage to the sister.
Yeah.
So
while Bill's
if
context
that's gone.
Well, Bill's context is like raising a kid out of the context of a hookup or of an affair that he didn't even know about.
He's doing the move where he's like, I want to like take responsibility and show up. And Tom's like, I can't be in this relationship and raise this kid and also be with you because it's just like too much.
Yeah.
Then it's like over time, I think maybe Bill can take the primary responsibility and Tom can maybe still have a presence. But is that best for the kid?
Also, how did Bill not know that the sister had a whole family? Like, did he not check her out on Facebook or anything like that? How did Bill not freaking know that she was married?
I don't think he probably cared, did he?
Dude, if you're
Even
seeing
if he
a girl,
says he didn't, like, come on, it's probably a lie.
Yeah,
right?
like if you're seeing a girl, don't you want to know like who's your family? Like,
dude,
hey,
The
tell me
Weeknd
about
has a whole song about that. He says, "I don't want to know."
Anyways, that's the end of that story. I think there's nothing else there.
Ay.